Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. For decades, the skies above India were defended by a fleet of sophisticated, yet foreign-procured aircraft. From British Vampires to Russian MiGs and French Mirages, the Indian Air Force flew capable machines, but the dream of a world-class, homegrown fighter jet remained a distant aspiration. That story has now fundamentally changed, thanks to a radiant warrior forged in India itself, the Tejas Mk-1A. The journey of the Tejas began in the early 1980s. The Indian Air Force, or IAF, faced a looming crisis. Its vast fleet of Soviet-era MiG-21s, the backbone of its air defense, would be obsolete by the mid-1990s. This created a strategic imperative. In 1983, the government sanctioned the Light Combat Aircraft, or LCA, program. The goals were twofold: replace the aging MiGs, and, more importantly, build a robust domestic aerospace industry from the ground up. The task was monumental. To spearhead the project, the Aeronautical Development Agency, or ADA, was established in 1984. The design finalized in 1990 was ambitious, a compact, tailless, compound delta-wing aircraft. This shape was chosen for its blend of high-speed supersonic performance and excellent low-speed agility. Critically, the designers chose a relaxed static stability configuration. This means the aircraft is inherently unstable, a feature that, when controlled by a sophisticated digital fly-by-wire system, grants it exceptional maneuverability. On January 4, 2001, a prototype took its maiden flight, a landmark moment for Indian aviation. 2 years later, it was officially named Tejas, a Sanskrit word for radiant. The first operational version, the Tejas Mk-1, was a significant achievement, proving the concept. But the IAF viewed it as a stepping stone. They provided crucial feedback, and the answer to that feedback is the aircraft we are discussing today. The Tejas Mk-1A is a direct evolution with over 40 major improvements designed to create a significantly more lethal and survivable fighting machine. The single most crucial upgrade is the brain of the aircraft, its radar. The Mk-1A is equipped with an advanced active electronically scanned array, or AESA, radar. The initial batches feature the Israeli ELTA EL/M2052, a powerful system that can track up to 64 targets and engage multiple threats simultaneously, all while being highly resistant to electronic jamming. In parallel, India's own Indigenous AESA radar is in advanced development and will be integrated into later production batches, further boosting the aircraft's self-reliance. In modern combat, seeing is not enough. You also need to be invisible to your enemy's sensors. The Mk-1A carries an advanced, indigenously developed unified electronic warfare suite. This includes a radar warner and a self-protection jammer pod, designed to detect, identify, and counter enemy threats, giving the pilot a crucial edge in contested airspace. But what good is a fighter without its talons? The Mk-1's expanded weapons package is what truly makes it formidable. A key capability is its compatibility with Beyond Visual Range, or BVR, air-to-air missiles. It has been successfully integrated with India's own Astra BVR AAM, a missile capable of engaging targets over 100 kilometers away. This allows Tejas pilots to strike enemy aircraft from a safe standoff distance, a critical requirement in modern air combat. The next-generation Astra Mk-2, with a reported range of 140 to 160 kilometers, is also being integrated. For close-in dogfights, it carries the highly agile ASRAAM missile. For ground attack missions, the Tejas can be armed with laser-guided bombs like the GBU-16 Paveway 2, and it also carries the Indigenous Smart Anti-Airfield Weapon, a 125-kilogram precision-guided bomb designed to destroy enemy runways and bunkers. It also has a GSH-23 twin-barrel 23mm cannon for when things get up close and personal. Several other enhancements make the Mk-1A a more practical warplane. The inclusion of an air-to-air refueling probe significantly extends its combat radius and operational flexibility. An onboard oxygen generation system, or OBOGS, enhances pilot endurance for longer missions, and design changes have improved maintainability, reducing the turnaround time between sorties, which is critical during a conflict. So what makes the Tejas tick? Let's look under the hood. The first thing you'll notice is its size. It's the smallest and lightest supersonic combat aircraft in its class. This is a direct result of its innovative design and, most remarkably, what it's made of. An astonishing 45% of its airframe by weight and over 90% of its surface area is made from carbon fiber composites. This is one of the highest proportions of composite usage in any contemporary fighter jet, anywhere in the world. These advanced materials, used for the wings, fuselage, and tail, provide immense strength at a fraction of the weight of traditional metal alloys. This weight reduction is critical for a single-engine fighter, directly contributing to higher agility, better fuel efficiency, and a greater payload capacity. The composites also enhance its stealth characteristics by reducing its radar cross-section. Powering this lightweight airframe is the American General Electric F404 GEIN-20 afterburning turbofan engine. It's a reliable, proven power plant that gives the Tejas a top speed of Mach 1.8 and the ability to operate above 50,000 feet. While the GE engine is a workhorse, the original ambition was to use a fully indigenous engine called the Kaveri. The Kaveri project faced significant technical hurdles and did not meet the required thrust levels. However, it was far from a failure. The project served as an invaluable technology demonstrator, providing Indian engineers with priceless experience in the incredibly complex field of jet engine design. This knowledge is now foundational for developing engines for India's future combat aircraft. Building a handful of prototypes is one thing. Mass-producing a cutting-edge fighter is a whole different challenge. And this is where the Tejas program is sparking an industrial revolution in India. In line with the government's Self-Reliant India initiative, the manufacturer, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited or HAL, is ramping up production to 24 aircraft per year. This is being achieved by outsourcing the manufacturing of major airframe structures to private Indian companies. Leading firms like Larsen and Toubro are building the wings, VEM Technologies the center fuselage, and Dynamatic Technologies the front fuselage. These complete modules are then delivered to HAL for final assembly. This public-private partnership accelerates production and builds a resilient domestic supply chain capable of supporting even more complex future projects. Parallel to the Air Force version, an even more ambitious project was underway, a Naval Tejas, or NLCA, designed to operate from aircraft carriers. This is immensely challenging, requiring a strengthened undercarriage to withstand violent deck landings and a tailhook to catch arrestor wires. In a landmark achievement in January 2020, an NLCA prototype successfully performed an arrested landing and a ski jump takeoff from the deck of India's aircraft carrier, INS Vikramaditya. This feat made India one of a tiny handful of nations to have mastered this technology. However, the Indian Navy concluded that the single-engine NLCA was overweight for carrier operations with a full weapons load. Instead of being scrapped, the NLCA has been repurposed as a crucial technology demonstrator. The experience from this program is now paving the way for India's next-generation carrier fighter, the Twin-Engine Deck-Based Fighter, or TEDBF. So where will we see the Tejas Mk-1A? The IAF is moving swiftly to deploy them in strategically vital locations. The first squadron is being based at Nal Air Force Station in Rajasthan, bolstering defenses along the border with Pakistan. A third squadron is planned for the critical Srinagar Air Base in the north, pivotal for monitoring the line of actual control with China. But the Mk-1A is not the final chapter. It's a bridge to an even more capable future. The Tejas Mk-2 is already deep in development. It will be a larger medium-weight fighter, powered by the more powerful General Electric F-414 engine, with canards for extra agility and a greater weapons payload. And beyond that lies India's most ambitious project yet, the AMCA, a fifth-generation stealth fighter. The Tejas program provided the foundational technologies that make a project like AMCA possible. With its capabilities proven at home, the Tejas is now looking beyond India's borders. It's a credible contender in the global light fighter market. Its blend of 4.5 generation capabilities, relatively low cost, and the absence of geopolitical strings make it an attractive option for air forces in Asia, Africa, and South America. Countries like Malaysia, Argentina, and Egypt have all expressed significant interest. For Argentina, the Tejas offers a capable, supersonic fighter, free from the British components that have blocked other potential sales. The Tejas Mk-1A competes directly with aircraft like the Pakistani-Chinese JF-17 Thunder and the South Korean Ka-I Fa-50. Compared to the JF-17 Block 3, the Tejas boasts a superior thrust-to-weight ratio and a significantly smaller radar cross-section, a major advantage in survivability. While the Fa-50 has seen more export success so far, the Tejas Mk-1A is a more advanced and capable 4.5 generation platform. In conclusion, the Tejas Mk-1A is far more than just a piece of military hardware. It is the embodiment of India's technological ambition and national will. It is the result of a long, arduous, yet ultimately triumphant journey that has transformed the country's aerospace landscape. From replacing the venerable MiG-21 to becoming a cornerstone of the IAF's modernization, the Tejas has silenced its doubters and proven its mettle. As production lines accelerate and new squadrons stand ready to defend India's skies, the radiant glow of the Tejas signifies more than just the rise of an indigenous fighter jet. It marks the dawn of a new era, an era where India is not just a consumer of high-end military technology, but a creator, an innovator, and a rising power in the global aerospace domain.